So here we are. So now coming to the very, very important part of the app is being able to personalize it for your child or for your client, right? So let's learn how to do that. So here again, we are looking at the top menu bar. So here we have edit. So when I press edit, so this is what we see. So we have these gray lines, dotted lines, and then we have the plus buttons, right? But so this can slightly vary. This can look a little different on the iOS version, but nevertheless, it's the same setting, the same thing that you can do on the iOS version as well. So you go to edit, so it's highlighted in red, and when you do that, it shows this screen pops up. So let me come out of it again. So if I have to come out of edit mode, I press edit. And now I want to personalize the folder for my child. So I want to add more things, and I want to add, I want to be able to add more details into my child's folder. So I go into my child's folder. Now again, I press edit. So you can all try and do the same. So edit. Okay. So when you do this, you suddenly see all these gray messages. And if I scroll down, there are some more folders, right? And, these were all hidden. So when we use the onboarding feature, it tries to give you, just what you can start with. It doesn't want to overwhelm you with a lot of things. So what we can do here is, so this is something, like you can choose any one particular folder that you want to. And if you want, say, where folder, or you say you want people folder. So you can click on that, you can select that. So when you select that, it gives you a small tick. And then once that is activated, you can come to the right-hand bar, right-hand side menu bar. So you can select show. Okay. So now the people folder is highlighted. So when you come out of the edit mode, so you press edit again. Right now, the people folder is visible for you. Okay. So this is how you can hide sometimes some of the things, and you can show it, like you can make it visible. So this depends on, whether, again, is it a beginning communicator? Are you trying to add more? Are you trying to, hide few things so that the beginning communicator doesn't get overwhelmed? So it depends on those things. So right now we will look at editing the About Me folder. So I have come into the child's folder, and there is this About Me folder. Now I want to edit this. So what do I do? Hit edit again. So you can try along with me, and I'll pause. So here we see that the child's name is there, but the photo, I want to add a photograph. Okay. So I'm going to, now it's active, the edit mode is active. So I'm selecting it. So once you select it under edit mode, so it shows you this, gives you this small tick, and then select change where I'm pointing at. Okay. So you select change, and now it asks me, you can change picture, right? You see the option of changing the picture. So here I can change picture. I can take a photograph using the camera, the phone camera, or obviously your child's photograph will not be there on the web. So you can either take a photograph, a live photograph if your child is in front of you, or you can choose from the gallery. So right now I'm choosing from the gallery. And right, so let's see how it sounds.
My name is Sudej.
Okay, so it pretty much sounds okay to me. You can hit on the the speaker button to see how it is sounding. Okay. Right. So, and then I hit the tick mark, and here we have. So we have edited this button or this message. So I'm 10 years old, and then I similarly, you can go about editing each one of these. So you can even add something to it. So you can add, let's add one message. So I'm choosing the blank one of these boxes. So when you click on that, it asks you, what do you want to create? Do you want to create a folder or a word? So now we know the difference between the folder and word, right? So I want to create a word, a message again. So what do you want to add? It says, what do you want to add? So I'm going to say, my birthday is on 28th of August. Okay, so I'm done with my message. And then do I want to add a picture? I don't think any of these pictures are quite suitable. So let me look into web. Okay. So here again, it asks for, you can choose the picture from the web, but what you can do is you can, sorry. Yeah. So maybe I'll choose one of these pictures. So my birthday is August 28th. So I like this picture. So I chose it from the web. All right. So now, again, you can hear it.
My birthday is on the 28th of August.
Right. To confirm what it speaks. And then you can, once you're done, hit the green tick mark. So this is the message that I've added now. So you can even change the color background. You can make it pink. So how do we do that? Again, hit on that button, hit on that message, choose change, and so I want to change the color background, right? So what do? I go to word type here, word type. And as I mentioned earlier, the color background is chosen based on the word class, right? Whether it's a pronoun, noun, and so on. So here it's a phrase, right? My birthday is on 28th August is a phrase. So we chose phrase, and then you can see that the color automatically changed to pink. Okay, so I choose a tick mark, and so here we have the message. Okay, so now I'm done with this. So I press edit again to come out of the edit mode. So now the edit mode is not active. So here I have edited a few things here.
Go back.
So now let's say I want to, add some more food items. Okay, say I want to add a snack. So again, I'm going to go into the edit button. So I want to highlight the snacks folder is hidden. Okay, if you see that it's in gray, it means that it is hidden. So what you can do is you select snacks. So when you select, you see the tick mark, and then on the right hand side menu bar, you click, you hit show, and then that is, you see that it's become visible, right? So you come out of the edit mode. Now go to snacks. So I have all this inbuilt vocabulary already. Now I want to add something for my child. So I go to edit. And here, how do we add more, okay, to the existing vocabulary? So on the left-hand side, upper left-hand side, you see add new. Okay, so you need to hit add new. And what you see is, what do you want to create? You want to create a word, folder, or multiple items. So word I already showed you. I'll show you how to create a folder later. Now, do we want to add multiple items or do we want to add only one word? Let me choose multiple words. So let's say I want to add something called bhadang. That's a snack. And let's say I want to add something called chakli. Okay, so these are two items I want to add. You can add more. So if you want, this feature is really useful when you want to add a couple of words. So not just one, you need not go on adding one word at a time. So you can choose multiple items and then you can quickly edit. You can quickly add a couple of words. So you just have to remember to separate them using a comma. So each word will be added as a message. So I'm done with this. So here, when I'm done, I see it here. So these, as you see, the library doesn't have pictures to support this. So what can I do? I can add my own picture. So I choose it, go to change. Now I want to add a picture, change picture. Yeah, I have these from the web, but what I want to do is I want to choose, go to the camera, phone camera. Using the phone camera, I just have that here. So this is the thing. I'll take a picture of it. So see how simple it was to add it, right? You don't have to do a whole lot of things. It's all there in the on the device and inbuilt into the app. So now I'm done with this.
Bhadang.
Okay, so it says bhadang, but it is bhadang. So what I can do is I can separate bh and let's separate it this way and check out.
Bhadang.
Okay. Let's try, this is called phonetic spelling, where you try to change it phonetically so that the pronunciation is made, accurate. So let's try with the
Bhudang.
Oh no. Okay, so I'm not happy with any of these combinations. So what I can do is I can record my own voice. Yes. Bhadang. So now let's check out by hitting the play button. Bhadang. Okay, so many of the snacks and many of the terms, Indian words might not be spelt very well because in the English language. So this is something that I'm done with. So I click, and here you are. You've got that here. And similarly for chakli. So chakli is something that's it's a snack. So maybe I'll find it on the web. So this time let's choose a picture from the web. Yeah, so see, I have these lovely pictures from the web. So I'll choose this, and I'm done with this. Okay, so I'm done with adding these. So similarly, you can add a couple of more items into this folder. And if you feel that some of these words which are already there are not very useful for your child, what you can do is you can hide them. So I don't think caramel corn is something that my child knows about, is familiar with. So I'm going to select it and hide it. Okay, so you see the hide button on the right hand side. And similarly, you can choose other items which your child is not really familiar with or not useful for your child. So now I'm coming out of the edit mode. Okay, so here we are. So these are the words that we added. Okay, right. Okay, the next thing that we're going to look at is creating a folder. So let's
go back.
Go back.
Go back. Home.
So I'm going to the home folder. home screen. Now I'm going to create a folder. So again, we are going to choose edit, and here I'm going to choose one of these spaces. So I'm going to say, it's going to prompt you and ask you whether you want to create a word or a folder. So I'm going to say folder. So let's say art and craft. I want to create an art and craft folder. So this is what I want the folder to be labeled as. And as you can see, the library is, showing me all these pictures. Am I happy with these pictures? Okay, I'm going to choose something. Okay, I'm going to choose this from the symbol sticks library. So and say okay. So here I have the folder. Okay. So can you all also try and create a folder? You can create the same folder, or you can think of any other folder, like say bubble play or ball play, or if you're a parent, you can think of something related to your child's activity, or something that's favorite to your child. Okay, and you can create a folder. So now we have a folder, but we still need to add items to it, right? So I'm going to come out of the edit mode. Now I'm going to go into the folder. Here, what do we do? Again, edit mode, press edit. So we want to add multiple items now, right? So what do? Add new. Press add new. So we want to add multiple items, right? So for art and craft, maybe crayons. I'll say crayons separated by a comma. I'll say pom pom. Okay, pom pom separated by a comma. And I'll say chalk. I'll say paint, scissors. So you can go on adding multiple words. So whatever topic you've chosen, whatever folder you've chosen, add items to it. So I'll say okay once I'm done. So say done. So now you can see that they appear here. Now you can check out each one of these crayons. So I feel that's fine. Pom pom doesn't have a picture. So what we can do is we can hit pom pom. If you do not have pictures for any of those words, you can always go change picture. I think I'm going to choose something from the web. Yeah, I think I like this. This is clear. So here we are. Chalk is fine. And then sometimes some of the words are, it can be used both as a noun and a verb, right? So paint, what I was intending was the paint colors. So you can change, you can go change. So you can change what are you going to change? You want it to be a noun, right? So you change it into a noun, and also change the picture. So this is what I mean by paint. So that the child will have an option to choose what kind of art and craft he wants to do. So this is how it is. So now maybe I want to add few things that are already there in some other folder. So what you can do is you can go back. Sorry, you'll have to come out of the edit mode. So you go back and say I want to add some code words to this. So let's say we want to add yes and no to that folder. So what do? Again, edit, select edit, and I'm going to copy yes and no messages. So I've selected yes and no, and here I have on the right hand side copy. Okay, so press copy, right? And without doing anything else, so now go back to the folder, go to art and craft folder, and the paste is active. The paste button is active. So paste it there. So here we are. So these two messages are pasted here. So now I want no to be below yes. So I can even move it like this. Move, hold it, drag it, and drop it. Okay, so you can change the location. So suppose you don't want this, horizontal arrangement, you can even move it around and change it, make it vertical. Okay, so you can do something like this as well. So you can change the places of the messages. All right, so let me okay, so let me pause here. So I come out of the edit mode, and this is what I have. So I'm going to pause here for you all to try out the same. So first edit, press edit.
Home.
So what we did was we pressed edit, and on the home page, we selected create a folder. What do you want to create? You choose folder, label the folder and create it. Come out of the edit mode, and then press the folder, go into the folder, and on the upper left hand side, you see add new. So click and hit that and add multiple items at a time. And then it appears, and then you can rearrange all of it in terms of pictures, the position, and you can even copy and paste from another folder. I just want to show you the phonetic spell feature. So here I have added under About Me, in the About Me folder of my child, I've added my mother's name is Anjana Takkalaki. So this is how it needs to be spelled. But let's see how, when I type it out, how does it sound?
My mother's name is Anjana Takkalaki.
So it says Takkalaki. So what I can do is I can change the word Takkalaki. I mean, I can manipulate it phonetically with the spelling so that it sounds somewhat, like how I want it to be spelled. So I can separate. What I'm going to do is I'll separate Takk and then a space. I've given a space so that the is eliminated. The Takkalaki is eliminated. And let me see how it sounds now.
My mother's name is Anjana Takkalaki.
Okay, it says Takkalaki. Maybe I can remove the A and remove the space. Let me see how it sounds.
My mother's name is Anjana Takkalaki.
Yeah, this sounds somewhat like the way I want it. So this way, this is just to show you when it comes to names of things, people, and all that. You can manipulate it with the spelling. You can you can add space between the alphabets. You can eliminate a vowel or change a vowel. Sometimes the A can be substituted with a U. You can do those kind of things to make it sound real, make it sound as original as possible. So if not, you can record your own voice and save it. So this is one of the features. And since this is an Indian version, it really is almost spelling it really very well phonetically. The pronunciation is taken care of. But if it's an international version, it can really sound very different. So that's where you can, manipulate it this way. So finally, I want to show how you can take a backup. So taking a backup is really very important because if you're dependent on a device for communication, it means that the device can get corrupted or can break, or it can go into a repair. So that's when you're going to miss out. The child is going to miss out on the communication, right? So we don't want that to happen. So what we can do is we can take a backup and store it in the in the Dropbox. So I'm going to show you how you can do that. And you can also print it and save it as a book. You can take a printout of the book and you can use it as a low-tech form of communication. The same thing that's there on the device as a low-tech form of communication. So let's take a look at how you can do that. So now again, I'm going into, first I'm going to show you how you can print this. So I want this folder, these things to be printed out. I want to print out these things. So select edit. And select edit, and then on the right hand side you have more, right? Or you might have it differently. You might have it slightly differently on the iOS. So on the iOS version, and also depending on the device that you're using. So when you when you hit edit, on the right hand side drop down menu, you have the print option. Okay, so you select that, and on the Android version for me, I had to select more. So here there is a pop-up menu, pop-up options. So make an Avaz book with this category, export and share this category, import and save a category. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want to have a printout backup. So I'm going to select the first one, make an Avaz book with this category. So it's generating an Avaz book with this category. So it's done. Now I can save it on the drive. Okay. So it's available now as a book. So I can, now print it out. So I'll have a low-tech version available. So it's saved as a PDF document, which can be printed out. Okay. Similarly, we can print the whole of, Avaz, whatever we have on Avaz for the child. So we can use it as a low-tech backup. So now let's see how we can create a backup. Okay, so this backup involves everything, all of the settings that you have set for your child and the vocabulary and everything. So how can you take a backup? Now go on settings, hit settings. Okay, and in the drop-down menu, keep scrolling, and here you have you have backup and restore. So stop there, backup and restore. So select that. So I'm going to pause for you to be able to do that. So settings, under the drop-down menu, choose backup and restore. And when you hit choose that, it says link to Dropbox. So you will have to create a free account on Dropbox. You can create a free account. So create a Dropbox account, and then you turn on the setting. So you turn on Dropbox. So here it says sign in. So you can sign in with your, after creating, you can sign in with your email and password. So you turn on the link to Dropbox, make it active, and then log into Dropbox. And then you come back and you can create a new backup. So you can, when you select create a new backup, it will ask you to enter the name of the backup. So what do you want it to be? You want it to be named with probably your child's name. So I'm going to name it with my child's name on it. Okay, and it also mentions the date, and then say okay. So your data is backed up. So you see it here. Your backup is visible here. So page on 27th May 21. So, and then when you log into your Dropbox, you will see a folder called Avaz Lite, and this folder will appear there. I mean, this backup will appear there. Okay. You can also share this backup with another person. So suppose you're a therapist and then you want to create this, you're the one programming it, and then you want to share it with your parents' email ID. You can share it as well. So you can share it via WhatsApp, Gmail, or Google Drive, any one of these. So it's really important to have a backup. And similarly, you can create different backups for if you're working with a couple of children, you can create different backups and then restore them, restore it to that particular. Say I'm using this one. So I have a couple of, I have only one backup here. If I were to have like 2 to 3, I can restore one of, suppose I'm working with Sutej, I can restore Sutej's backup. I'm working with somebody called Rohan, I can restore that backup when I'm working with them. So that's about it.